About time we go ahead and build us a landing out of this door. I've been tired of stepping in mud for a couple of years now, so I thought might as well get this thing fixed. Okay, so what we're going to do right now is we're going to come across here and I'm going to dig a footing across this. Then I'm not going to worry about this. Is going to be my corner, which is 4 foot exactly. Whenever I come back in here, I'm going to use a square and square it off a framing square, and we will square this off of the wall and we'll make it work. This first footing.
We've been living in sin so long, all the feels are gone. Fella stopped me on the street last night, said everything's alright. Roller coaster, make it through the day, I'm right. It seems your meal ticket is...
Tell you what, this stuff's hard digging. I knew we put shell in this thing when I did it and figured there was a foot of gravel on it. But I mean, this is tough. So let's just use the Bobcat, see if we can't take some of this off the top, make this a little easier on ourselves. I'm getting too old to sit here and dig anymore. Lordy have mercy. All right, let's get the Bobcat, let it do a little work.
But life goes on. I could never imagine something better. Yeah, right. Now you're cooking on high heat in the middle of the street. Roller coaster, take me to a better time. Let's go. All sing your high line with the roller coaster of life. It's time to...
Now that I've totally cheated by using the Bobcat, I was going to dig it by hand, but tell you what, I'm glad we decided to cheat. Tell you what, that thing was hard. That old shell had packed in tight. So anyway, so now what we're going to do is we're going to change our plan of attack a little bit. I wasn't going to frame it, but we are going to have to frame it now since we got this opened up as big holes we do. What we're going to do is we're going to come in here and frame this out and do it just like a typical frame for a footing. So anyways, let's get that started. Oh. Okay, so what we found, I found 2x8 out there hanging out in the junk pile of wood. Tell you what, hand digging this would have been a lot less messy, but it sure was much easier doing it with Bobcat. Now, something you could do that makes things really easy? If you've ever just need a quick speed square on this, you can cut. All I can do is got one little mark right here, line everything up where I want it, slide your speed square there, hold it, and zip it off. There you go, a lot easier. Oh, I tell you what, if you've watched any of my other videos, this little Craftsman drawer set that I bought a while back, I tell you what, it's paying itself off in spades. Be able to take that outside and use what I need to do out of this. Holy cow, that makes it easy. Well, you can see what we did right here. So what we've done is we put this post in here, this 4x4 post, and then we took a 2x4 one direction, 2x4 the other direction inside our forms to make sure this stays squared. So what we'll do is we're going to dump concrete in this. This will be filled up. Take these off as we go and then tap them down because it's supposed to be permanent. I have a theory about some things. And if I have a tool that I need, I'll buy a Harbor Freight tool. Don't mind at all. If it's something I don't use all the time, sometimes I'll use them once, twice a year, that's it. So I don't mind buying a cheaper product, and just because I don't use them that often, and I just don't need to spend the money on it. Well, this is one of those cases. This right here, this is made by Chicago. It's a concrete vibrator, and I'll show you a video here I'll put it up here while I'm talking about it. You can see how it works. This silly thing was about 69 bucks. I've had it 4 or 5 years. It has been the most handy thing to have whenever I have a project. And it's a funny thing, I run it for 5 minutes and then I don't need it again for a year. But it is one of those things that just makes your life a lot simpler. And that's so I always try to work on buying this and that. And you'll see that I got a few little cheap tools just because I don't use them enough to justify them. But I just thought I'd throw that out there. Maybe that would help you all and just give you some thought. Food for thought, I guess you could say. I tell you what, this is the slow part of it right now, just waiting on this stuff to dry. So all I'm doing is coming out here every once in a while and just hitting it. And just taking the cream off the top and just getting it leveled out. I think by tomorrow we'll be able to go ahead. And what I've decided I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put brick. And I've never tried this. I've done a lot of rock work. I've done a fair amount of brick work here and there just for myself, but a lot more rock work. So what I'm thinking about doing is tying the two together. And just, this is a spot that nobody can really see. So I thought this would be a good spot to try it out. So tomorrow we're going to give this a whirl, see what we all think. Hopefully it works out good.
We've been living in sin so long, all the feels are gone. Fella stopped me on the street last night, said everything's alright. Roller coaster, make it through the day, alright. It seems your meal ticket is gone, but life goes on. I could never imagine something better. Yeah, right. Now you're cooking on high heat in the middle of the street.
Well, you can see where I pulled the inside forms off on this, and that's where that vibrator really helps. I mean, it really made that nice and smooth. It looks nice. Check this out. Let me get in there and look how nice that looks. It really cleaned up good. Coursing. So now what we're going to do is we're going to work up to this level right here, just somewhere in this neighborhood. So we got about 3 more courses to get done. Now you're also going to wonder why I'm not doing any blocks behind this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here and backfill on this, and I'm going to pour this full of concrete behind it. So it's going to have a whole nother wall behind this, but it'll be concrete. So we won't have any issues on that. It'll be solid as a solid. But anyways, it's just easier than laying block. I just thought we'd just dump concrete in there and be done with it when we get all done, tie it all back together. So that's kind of what's happening here, if you're curious. All right, now you can see that I've got the brick done. Now I know earlier in the video I talked about doing some rock in between this. Well, after I got to measuring, I was like, well, there's just not enough height to really do much. So I just went ahead and brick. Another thing that I was going to have problems with, the inside these posts, both these posts right here, I only had about enough room for the brick. So I decided just to go ahead and do all brick. But now we are going to do some more rock work on top and everything for all this. But anyways, that's kind of why we ended up brick. It was just as quick and easy just to put 4 up. So, or 5, whatever it is, 5 rows, I guess. So anyways, but we're up the level to the bottom of the door right here. So now what we're going to have to do is we'll come back in. I got to build this section over here, which I'll show you in just a second.
Take me to a better time. Let's go. All sing your high line with the...
As you might have noticed, I haven't been using a string level on this one. What I'm doing on this run is I'm just basically, since it's such a short run, I'm running the level and just tapping them into place and getting them straight and square by just doing this little trowel or the little level, because there's not enough here to worry about. I'll be done. This thing will be over and done before I even get a string tied. Easiest way to break a brick on this, just tap it, kind of like that, roll it around. Now, sometimes if you're in a real, a spot that needs to be a pretty cut, you definitely want to use a saw. But on this deal right here, it's against this wall under this shed, no one will ever see it. Now you can see what I did right here. So this is coming around this corner here, and that's going to be a handrail. Now the gravel and everything we come across, part of this is going to be exposed. So that's why I finished this edge. So I don't know exactly what the grade's going to be, so I just went ahead and finished this edge, just so whenever we do the dirt work and gravel and all that stuff, everything will tie in nicely. So, okay, well now you can see I got that laid out. We're done in there. Still got the hole to do in the middle, but anyways, the outside is done. So that was a Nice, quick, simple little project. All right, as you can see right now, what we're doing is I'm coming back in with my second wall. Now, I'm not getting near as pretty with this one. I'm just running it because we're gonna fill this full of concrete in the middle to make our retaining wall for this. So that's all I'm doing right now is just coming through and slapping a wall, double walling it essentially, and then we're gonna put concrete in the middle, make it a stem wall, and then we will backfill this. We'll have this patio and a landing. This thing's coming along. I tell you, it's coming along pretty quick and easy. It's been quite the nice little deal.
You seem to easily forget how to place your bet. When everyday life gets you down, you gotta don't bitch and moan about it, please. God forbid you scrape your knees, and it's nothing to sneeze at. Oh, I've told you over and over.
Just push it in, squeeze trigger.
You gotta get both hands
bottom
around
here,
it
right here.
and make it unwound. Roller coaster, it's taking over. It's about time. Oh, sing your high line on the roller coaster of life. You've got to all choose your timeline with the roller coaster of life. Roller coaster. I want to go down the rabbit hole, down the rabbit hole of life. And now it's about to leave. Oh, roller coaster.
What we're gonna need to do is put a rock or a brick or something on the edge of that brick, and I'll back out and I'll push it into place. What do you think?
Okay.
And then if we have to, we'll come back and lift the end. And that broken brick, whatever, right there. It won't take much.
And put it on top of the.
On top of the brick, yeah, right there. There you go. And then I'm just gonna lay it there. Then I'll come back and push it into place.
Okay.
And then we'll jostle it around from the end, I guess. Think it's gonna look all right?
I think so.
Okay. All right, here we go. I can't see the door.
Okay, you're good. Yeah, about another foot.
Oh, fuck. Okay, I can't even see it. Oh, I can see it. All right, now if you take that brick out, how much more do I need to?
An inch, couple inches.
I'm gonna set it down. I'll push it easy. Just get rid of it all.
This is like perfect.
Perfect in there?
Bubble. I mean, we're in the lines.
Oh, so it's that close?
Yeah.
All right, go the other way from the gutter diagonal step. Yeah. That corner area, what's that look like?
Yeah, it's higher on that side. It's just barely out of the line over here.
So we need to raise it up and just dig it down just a touch? Is it enough to worry with?
I don't know. Enough to worry with, really.
Well, you won't see it by the time we cut on the rock and do all that stuff. You
Yeah,
won't see it.
I don't think it'd be enough to worry about, really.
How's it feel when you stand on it? Feel fairly level? Okay, well now guys, what we're going to do is now we got to build some handrails for this. So what we've done, the reason I made these out of 4x4 and I got them in there so solid, if you've been watching this little, as I fall, if you've been watching any of this stuff going on as we've been building this, you probably wondered why I built these out of 4x4s. The reason I did is I wanted them to be noticeable when we're backing trucks in. If we put trailers or anything, I want to be able to see. So now what we're going to do is we're actually going to put a handrail on this. So that's what that's the next step we're going to be working on now. But we're going to run it on 1.5 inches. So we're using 1.5 inches by 3/16. Now these are 4x4 by 1/4 inch. They're solid. But the reason I made them so solid is so they would just be permanent. If we ever back into them and hit them with a tractor or whatever, they will not be there. But biggest thing is I just wanted to make sure everybody remembered them and saw them when they pulled in here. So that's that. So we're going to run an 1.5 inch piece of pipe across twice. Okay, so what we did, I've got this set up where it's going to be 3 inches from the top, and then I've got it set from the bottom. It's going to be 5 inches from the top, or from the bottom, 5 inches from the bottom, 3 inches from the top, and then we're going to center it. So anyways, that's just kind of where we're at. I'll get that done, and we'll follow along and see how this thing turns out. Well, as you can see, we got this done finally. I had to go ahead and with these short caps because the mirrors on the truck just wouldn't fit over them, and I just was scared to death someone's gonna back over the top of it and knock a mirror off. So anyways, we went with the short ones, which, you know, after I've been playing with it a little bit, I think I like it. So we got everything done, got our rock cleaned up, got our big rock. Boy, I tell you what, I love this big rock. This thing is cool. And you know, and I kind of like it that it's not exactly covering the whole place, just kind of breaks it up, makes it kind of interesting. And then we got our rails up, so all we lack is painting it. So I'm not sure I'll get that done before the end of this video, but I will get it done. Just don't know if I'll have it done before this video comes out. But guys, I sure appreciate y'all watching. Look forward to seeing you on the next go around. Not sure what we'll do, but spring's about here, so surely we'll be able to go to work before long. So that's what I'm looking forward to get out and do some projects. So anyways, I do want to tell y'all thank you for watching. I appreciate it. If y'all would like to like and subscribe, that'd be great. So all right, well, you guys have a great day. Thank you so much.
Life goes on. I could never imagine something better. Yeah, right. Now you're cooking on high heat in the middle of the street. Roller coaster, take me to a better